Well, welcome back to News Insights. This morning,
Yes.
it was 2 speakers,
Yes.
1 assembly. But right now,
By afternoon.
yes, it became 1
One
assembly, 1 speaker, as it should be. Yes. The process, Philip, once there is peace, people do not tend to bother about the process. It's a natural cause because at the end of the day, it's the peace that people want. But for precedents, what happened in Lagos State?
Thank you very much. You see, I'm worried. I'm greatly worried. You know why I'm worried?
You don't like peace?
Obasa. It's not as if I don't like
It's not a matter of peace now.
Obasa went to court saying that he remains the Speaker of the Lagos State House of Assembly, that his removal does not follow the due process of law, that he is not afraid to be removed, but if he must be removed, the law must be followed. Now, Obasa, while the matter is still in court or had, he stormed the Lagos State House of Assembly with security personnel. On that same day he stormed the assembly, the security details of Meranda, who was the substantive speaker then, was withdrawn. And it became a matter of 2 speaker, 2 clerk of the house. One report to one report to the other. But again, when Obasa stormed the house, he has access to the speaker's office. So at that point, the office belonged to 2 persons running the office. While we were here discussing how dramatic it was, the Lagos State House of Assembly was sitting, and we were told that in that sitting, Obasa, the Meranda resigned her position. Obasa, who claimed that he remained the speaker, that is still the substantive speaker, allowed himself to be nominated and re-elected, and now it's being said that Obasa re-elected as the Speaker of House of Assembly. So what happened to the case in court? Is it that he accepted that he was properly removed initially and Meranda was the Speaker until Meranda resigned and he was nominated and re-elected? In fact, I'm worried.
This drama that our politicians like to engage in. Fayemi said that is drama, and it's becoming clear by the day. But at what cost to the public? Both emotion, both resources, because all these resources drag police here, drag this and that, do this court. These guys don't work for money. It's not their personal money. They don't really do much.
At the expense of public peace, they are not constituting nuisance to the society, and it's going to cost democracy a lot. If we really say we are practicing democracy
Because of the precedents.
It doesn't follow true democratic principles. All the structures that are supposed to be on ground are not followed, either on this side or on this side. If you want to impeach a man, let the man come back. Or if you want to remove a man, let the man come back. You remove him. Now, in removing him, the man came back and was shouting blue black. Now, they constituted a body to which to mitigate.
Settle them.
Settle them. Akande was there.
Negotiate.
Governors, Elders Council was there, and they said everybody go and return back to school. Of course, Meranda too already has followers behind her, and they said no, we're not going to follow that. And they all walked out. Even when at that mediation, the speaker said, I will speak that. Meranda said, I will step down. When she stepped out of the meeting, she disagreed. And they pumped her and said, I'm not going to step down anymore. And before you know it, you see, the worst of it is the security agencies that are allowed to be pushed left, right, and center with public's money. First of all, this issue has consumed a commissioner of police. He has been removed from Lagos State. Another one is there now. He said, anybody that come, I give them police.
Yeah, of course, he has to serve the party. Yes.
You see, to me, they are all nuisance.
Yeah,
I know I can tell. You see, the public are the one that are at loss, not this.
Yes.
This
so Philip, let's get into this. Asiwaju as a president needed his house to be at peace. But at what cost? There were allegations leveled against Obasa. Impeachment, it has to rise to gross misconduct. Those allegations, would they ever see the light of the day? Or once they settle, because these allegations of gross misconduct is not to Meranda or the House members, it's to the public. Do you understand? Gross misconduct is against the public or the public funds. So what happens? So once they settle among themselves politically and decides to move on, so the shortchanging of the public goes settled too. What happens?
You know, you've said it on this platform before. You know that what is all this all about? You said the man committed infraction. You have not tried the man. You said you are impeaching the man, and the man you impeach coming back to say that is the speaker, and now the man is being re-elected. The public is the one that suffer for it. You see, like when Fayemi said that they are acting drama and they are entertaining us for their benefit to the detriment of the people. Now, a man who committed that level of offense, is he supposed to be walking free? But again, you said this morning, if you remember, that they said Obasa, he said this one, that the only thing that close to what the allegation was that he claimed to be a lawyer, that the tender paper that he was not a lawyer from Supreme Court, and you counter by saying that has the man represented himself to be a lawyer. So most of this evidence, from what we see, they are being manufactured. If not, if the man actually committed that fraction, I don't think it should be let go like that.
Okay, let's look at it.
Okay.
Let's look at it a little bit. Obasa's issue didn't start today. During the time of Ambode, he came in during the first day of Ambode. When they were trying to remove Ambode tried to probe him and gave a lot of evidence of the way he has stolen. He survived this barrage of attack from Ambode's camp and remained, and they brought in...
and he happened to destroy Ambode.
He happened to destroy Ambode. Do you understand? So he brought in the structure that we have now through Tinubu. Now, he survived the first tenure of Sanwo-Olu. Now, during the second tenure, he went into fraction with Sanwo-Olu. Now, the allegations that are against him are not from today. They have been from the time of Ambode, and Ambode is the one that
the question that we ask here, if the allegations are not to-date allegations, they've been there. What is the security agent, the Lagos State government, the federal government, EFCC. What are they doing about it?
Now, if we pick it probably from where you raised it before that, where you were talking about it, probably they are fabricated or something, because we still have no complete proof. These bodies or these people raising this fabrication, we have a law against them. Let me tell you. I mean, you've traveled very well. You go to most countries, the regular code they use in calling police 911 or whatever. There's something we call false alarm. If you dial 911 and call police respond, and you come say, hey, I was just joking. You'll be arrested.
The joke will be joke.
You'll be arrested. That's also, let's not digress. That's also what I was talking about, River State House of People who said we have defected. And somebody say we have not defected. No! You only tried on that. That's false alarm. You don't just raise false alarm. You don't come out to say, oh, this person is corrupt, and you destroy and disturb the public peace, and at the end of the day, no trial.
During the time of Ambode, they produced proofs. I mean, evidence. I know very well, they produced proof. And don't forget, Ambode was the one releasing money to them.
You see, I'm not even bothered about the allegation and the proof. What I'm bothered about is that what are they doing to our system, our judiciary?
That's right.
You take a matter to court. Why don't you wait for the court to preside and decide over the matter? Now, what do you think the court will do with this matter before then?
They will throw it away.
Now that you have,
is it abuse of court process? Or they use the court to hold on?
Exactly. Why they do their settlement order? So is that what the court has come to be? That the court is to use to silence people, to keep people on hold until they do what they want to do?
Or is the party now bigger than the judiciary system?
The entire country? I mean, we're in a big shit if we don't know
and
what
particularly when this sets precedence. Now, is Obasa re-elected or reinstated, or
that is the question?
What is the position?
The big question mark on the wall. Because what I read on Channel Television was that Obasa re-elected, and they said that a former majority leader representing Agege constituency nominated him for the election, and he was elected.
So being nominated, that means he accepted the removal.
Exactly, that's my point. So why will you go to?
So it was in court in error.
So if the court decide tomorrow that okay, you were removed, so Meranda is the speaker, what happens? Do we go back to the status quo there, or what will happen then? I mean, like you said, what kind of precedent are they setting for us in this country? This APC government. Let's be sincere for once. This had never happened in this country before until APC came into office. Whether Edo State rule with 6 members or it's always in the APC era, it had never happened. And they do this with impunity. and they don't give it them what
You see,
happened.
this charade of political nonsense needs to stop. They can't use state funds, state
That's
structure
my anger.
to do whatever they want to.
And they will not settle
Exactly, and look as if we
at the expense of the people, peace of the people.
Look, let me tell you something. In a good democracy and a government, a society that is civilized, when allegations are laid against you, you first of all resign.
You know, the thing is a very funny thing with APC. Look at the Senate president.
That's what I wanted to say.
Allegation was laid against him. Women in Akwa Ibom who cannot get food to eat their protection. His wife is going to court to sue herself for what?
What gives her the impetus?
What does she know
They
about
have, they have
what
money
happened in
to
the
front
Senate?
around.
What political relevance
What
does it have?
the Senate president could say that he doesn't that for Senator Abebe to take now the kind of bail. Is that the issue?
Somebody is in jail for him.
Yes,
exactly.
Meanwhile, but
somebody who conducts the election is in jail for electoral fraud and is enjoying the office.
Now the time is against us already, but you see why we still falling back to the judiciary, because they have the cane to put all this in order. And by the time the judiciary, yes, when they uphold law, we are okay with them upholding the law, even though the law is not what we expected. We have the duty as the people to change the law. The judiciary does not change. We does not have legislature through our people.
Yes.
So the people still make the law in some form.
Yes.
So,
but the laws that are already
but the judiciary have the duty to follow the law.
There's something he said today.
Yeah.
He said the judiciary is a result of the society that we live in. And I said I believe that because the society has become very corrupt. I said the process of bringing people into the judiciary is flawed.
It's flawed.
You can only get a position either as a judge or as a magistrate or promoted if you are close to the powers that be. And I cannot help you to climb. And when you get there, and I'll tell you that I need favor from you, and you will not give it
Now,
to me.
this legislature is what we normally see as symbol of democracy.
Yes.
Time is against us. Now, if the legislature are playing themselves this way, what is the hope of the executive and the judiciary?
You see, the legislature are acting the way they are acting because that's the way the executive wanted them to be, so that they can do what they are doing.
Puppets.
You know, you're talking about the judiciary. I tell you a story, a life story. You know, somebody that was nominated to be judge by his uncle. And then, an aide to the uncle told the man that if this man become a judge tomorrow, your man the man will jail you. That's how the man never became a judge.
So they don't want independent person.
So what he's saying is true. It's only the politician that can nominate the judges. So if you nominate me to be a judge tomorrow, and your matter comes before, or a matter is in court, and you send a message to me, what happened?
Okay, but let me tell you something. You can't work in EFCC if you are not recommended by a big shot. You can't work in DSS if you are not recommended by a big shot. You can't work in most of these agencies.
And these are people that fight corruption.
And these are people that should be fighting the big shots.
So will you fight who brought you in?
You can't fight who brought you in. You can't even bite the finger that fed you. And even when you try to do, they will see you as fubara.
Ungrateful.
Ungrateful. So and I think in this case, we don't know the person that brought Obasa, and we also don't know who was fighting Obasa. The rumor we had that time was that it was because of his ambition for 2027. But
Which is far from the truth.
now, if he was removed for that, why did they settle? Has he said, I'm no longer interested in 2027? I think we'll continue to watch. Probably as the time
As it unfolds.
as it unfolds, we'll continue to discuss that. So this is still News Insight. Lagos has, some form with some method. Back to one house, one speaker. We'll be right back at News Insights.